Hello, my friends, and welcome to Kurt Bergland's Baseball World. This is the official 2023 Wisconsin APBA Baseball Tournament video. I want to tell you a little bit about the video, and then we'll get to about the tournament, and then we'll get to the video itself. The tournament was held on Saturday, November 4th, 2023. There were 28 teams in the tournament, so I divided them into 3 divisions. 2 of the divisions had 9 teams, 1 of the divisions had 10 teams. The playoff structure, as it worked out, was with the 3 division winners plus 1 wild card team. The theme of the tournament was Happy Days, which means that the teams that were selected had to be between the baseball seasons of 1950 to 1969 inclusive. No DH. We used a 3-man rotation. There were 9 games in pool play, and then after pool play was done, we determined our division winners plus our wild card team. Couple of things were unique about the tournament. The first thing was that I was trying a new rule, and that was to have tie games. And I stole that idea from Japanese baseball, who, as you probably know, or maybe not, have tie games because the fans have to catch trains to get back to their homes after the game, and the trains don't run all night, so they have to cut off the games. And so I was concerned because I did not want the timing of the day to be thrown off by 2 teams having a 16-inning game. So after 11 innings, if the teams were tied, that was a tie game. So we had a few of those early in the tournament. More than I expected. I think we ended up with 4 ties on the day. 3 of them happened in the first 2 rounds, which was early, but it worked out okay because the games were single games. And so for the most part, because it wasn't a home and home play between each team, it was just a single game. Head-to-head competition could break the ties. The only time we needed run differential was to help determine the wild card entry. The other thing that was very interesting about this series is the balance between these 2 decades. And if you're thinking about setting up a tournament of your own, I really recommend these 2 decades because, first of all, there's so many fun teams to choose from. But second of all, the teams are very balanced. And when you hear about the Final 4 teams, you're going to say, oh yeah, but it's really true. We had a lot of close games, a lot of one-run games, and a lot of extra inning games that didn't go to the tie point, but were decided in the 10th or the 11th. So with the lack of a single team or 2 or 3 that were really, really dominant, what happened early was that we lost our undefeated teams by the end of round 4. And so nobody was running away with anything. Very, very interesting. The prizes were setups for the next tournament, and we'll talk about that at the end of this video when I talk about the playoff teams. In fact, why don't I talk about the playoff teams now, and then we'll talk about next tournaments at the end. The winners of each division ended up being the 1950 New York Yankees, the 1953 New York Yankees, and the third team was, don't tell me, the 1956 New York Yankees. So we had 3 1950s Yankees teams. The wild card was the 1956 Dodgers. So we'll talk about playoff results at the end, but those were the teams. for the managers, the manager of the 1950 Yankees was Bob Winninger. The manager of the 1953 Yankees was Bob Hansen. And being named Bob just turned out to be a lucky feature of this tournament. And the 1956 Yankees were managed by Matt Rockwood. The wild card team was managed by Phil Yike, and the matchups in the playoffs were the 1950 Yankees over the 53 Yankees 4-3, single games. And then the 56 Dodgers, the wild card team, defeated the 56 Yankees 5-0. Then what I have for the final was the 1950 Yankees over the 56 Dodgers, 6-5. And so Bob won, as a result of that, a complete set of 1975 cards. And Phil won 5 different playoff teams from the 1970s. That's a hint for what the next tournament will be, because everything's connected, my friends. There's no off position on the Genius Switch. So at the end of this video, we'll talk about sort of last impressions that I had, and we'll talk about next year's tournaments and how to get involved. Here comes the video.
I use them because I probably won't get that again.
This will be quick, I promise. Welcome to Wisconsin. Seems like it's been 4 years since we've done this, so thank you for coming. 4 years ago, no COVID. The world was a very different place, but we are back, and this is the biggest Wisconsin tournament ever. So we're going to talk more about next year's tournament in a little while. But first, we just want to get you going here. Logistics are the most important thing, so if you need a bathroom, it's out and to the left. Coffee, there's lots of coffee, and I will be making more all day. There's also a lot of water bottles in the fridge. Help yourself to all of that. Outside is stuff that Matt has brought to sell, and then
who's Matt?
Matt, there's Matt.
Hi, Matt.
If you go out and to the right, that's Matt's table, and if you are interested, talk to him about price. And if you go out and to the left, that's my table. One of the things that I do is to handle estate collectibles sales. And so some of that stuff is mine, but not very much. Most of it is for other people, and so if you're interested in that, that's the table to the left. Let me know if you have a question.
There too, Kurt.
Oh, okay, great. Eric's got stuff to the left. To the left. Okay, great. This is the I forgot table. So if you need dice or a pen or score sheets, or even if for some reason you want to use my boards, you could do that. And I guess that, and I guess I've got some copies of the schedule too, so if you misplace yours, you can grab one there. When you come back from lunch, remember that you can't park in that right parking lot. That's all reserved over there. But where everybody is parking right now is fine. Or you can also park behind the building, and there's a way to go around to the right and then back, and there's spots back there also. Lunch looks like at this moment that we'll be breaking for that at about noon. When we come back, we'll do our group photo and talk about other tournaments and all that good stuff. If you are a member of the Loretta Division, all of your games are going to be inside your division. You play everybody one time. If you're in the Jenkins or the Buckner divisions, you play all of your divisional opponents one time, but you also have an interdivision game, and that is how you get to be in the middle of the schedule, the middle column of the schedule. If you land there, or when you land there, if you're in one of those two divisions, you're playing someone outside your division, which doesn't really matter, except that it's a little less important because the head-to-head is the main tiebreaker. Now, why are tiebreakers important? One of the things that I try and do is to make run differential less important. So, what you need to do is to beat everybody in your division your one time. The first thing we'll look at is head-to-head to break ties. The second thing, now, you say, well, you're playing everybody once, so how could there possibly be a tie? Well, we don't do grade reductions in extra innings. So if you have an extra inning game, and it's tied after 11 innings, it's going to end in a tie. So you can have, like in Japan, you can have a tie game. In that case, run differential could matter if you end up tied with a team that you tied with. But it's further down the line, and it's probably not going to happen. The most important tiebreaker is your head-to-head. 4 teams will make the playoffs, the 3 division winners plus 1 wild card. Run differential might matter for that as well, because if it's close between wild card teams, the odds are you will not have played the other wild card team, so there won't be a head-to-head, so then it'll fall to run differential. Your wins and losses and run differentials are all recorded on this table. Every division has its own chart, and all you have to do is to write down, and we'll keep a running tally of run differential, and we'll just go from there, and you can monitor that during the day and see how your team is doing. Okay. Next thing is relief pitcher usage. If your relief pitcher has an asterisk, and they pitch 6 outs or more, first of all, if they have an asterisk, they can only go 6 outs. But if they go 5 outs or less, they can pitch the next game. If they go all 6 outs now, so in other words, if you have a save guy come in and do the whole 8th and the whole 9th, the next game, they can't pitch. But if they get a 5-out save, they're good to keep going.
Can they pitch hit?
Let's talk about that. If you have a 20-card team, in other words, probably an original version team, your pitchers can do more for you. Your pitchers can pinch hit and pinch run. If you have a 25-card team, your pitchers can only pinch run. They cannot pinch hit.
Even if they did pinch hit?
What?
Even if they did pinch hit?
Even if they did pinch hit, because what I'm doing is I'm trying to make it easier. If you have a 20-card team, I'm trying to give you a little oomph, a little boost.
Thank you.
And so that's why that is there.
Hello.
This is particularly
Now, everybody has at your place a 3x5 card. I want you to take your pen and number from 1 to 9 on your 3x5 card that you have somewhere near you. And what you're going to do on that 3x5 card, and you're going to carry this with you throughout the day. On 1 through 9, you're going to write your rotation for the day, whatever that is. So you have to have, you'll go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, but you pick the order. So if you're going, Denny McClain, Mickey Lola, Earl Wilson, then you're going Denny McClain, Mickey Lola, Earl Wilson. And this is how we're gonna monitor, just to make sure that the rotations are being followed, because I want it to go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, but you determine what the 1, 2, 3 is.
So 1 would go to 4 and 7.
4 and 7, 2 would be 2, 5, and 8, and I have to take my shoes off to do the other one.
Once you start pitchers, 1, 2.
Alright, so that will be following you throughout the day, and if anyone has a question about who you're starting, you just show them your card, and that's how it works. Your lineup is your business. If you have the same lineup all 9 games, you can do that. If you want to switch up your lineup, you can do that too. That's not a problem. No DH. Under any circumstances, there is no DH. Next,
Real baseball.
playoffs. If your team makes the playoffs, you reset your rotation, but you're gonna need 2 starters. You're gonna need 1 for the playoffs and 1 for the World Series. So if you burn your ace in the playoffs to get to the World Series, he's not pitching in the World Series. Your number 2 guy, I guess, would do it then. So however you wanna organize that, or if you wanna gamble and pitch your second best starter in the playoffs, you can do that. Save your big guy for the World Series, but if you don't make it, then you don't make it.
Everyone else is a reliever?
Everyone else is a reliever in that case, that's right. Prizes. Our next tournament, and I'm gonna try very hard to organize 2 in 2024. But what I do is the prizes in this tournament feed into what happens in the next tournament. So the prize for this tournament for the World Series winner is a complete set of 1975 cards. The tournament is the 1970s.
Would be.
The World Series loser gets 6 playoff teams from the 1970s. So I'm trying to get you in the 1970s, wear your bell bottoms, break out the shag carpet kind of a groove. So those are your prizes. For lunch. For lunch, if you go back out where you were and you turn left, you probably saw an A&W. If you go left a little bit further down the street, there's a Taco Bell and a Burger King. There's a McDonald's by the Walmart that you pass, so you've got a lot of options. You'll have about an hour for lunch or thereabouts. If you have not paid me, you can do that with cash or with PayPal, and I'll come around in a few minutes and we'll take care of that. What else am I forgetting?
What's the rule for Jay Forrest?
Oh yeah, your starting pitchers have to have 10 starts in real life to be a starter.
And 100 innings.
And 100 innings. But a J4 cannot enter the game before the 5th inning as a pinch hitter if they're a position player. J4s cannot start, but because we don't have a DH and because you might need a 5th inning pinch hitter, J4s can pinch hit in the 5th. Your rule of thumb on that, if you don't have J ratings on your card, your rule of thumb on that can be 100 at bats and that plate appearances, and that gets you into that range.
They can stay in the game.
They can do that.
It's a way to prevent dudes from just pinching.
Let's see.
That question.
No injuries, no injuries, no ejections.
I'm good with that. No interest, no objection. Because if you roll that, we just ignore the injury.
I'm probably for James.
Chicago does that too. They're injured for that game, but they're
Okay, we have a good question. If you get if you
It's
get
very obvious when you are.
to game number 9,
You are not, no, it's not.
and your reliever pitches 6 innings, so you have your closer in for 6 innings. 6 outs, sorry. 6 outs. Yeah.
That's so
There is rest, so if you want to use your closer for 6 outs in the last game, they don't have to rest for the first
Or
playoff
9
game.
outs, technically.
Or 9, yeah. Anything more than 5.
I had a monster.
All right, so I think,
Yeah, for us senior citizens, why don't
There's
you
no
go
discount.
down and start talking us to stay here?
I'll
I
take
think you're
care of
full
that.
practical joke at us. It's all you.
I tried
just
to-
found that out?
I tried it.
Relievers, if you have an asterisk, your maximum is 2 innings. If you don't have an asterisk, your maximum is 3. And if you're a starter in relief, your max is 3 innings. But and then he's got to rest the next day. Anytime anybody goes over 6 outs, they are ineligible for the next game.
Can you pull the starter before grade reduction?
No, you can't pull a starter before, or pinch hit for a starter before grade reduction, but starting in the 5th inning, top of the fifth, you can pinch hit. Or yank him if you want to. 5th inning is when stuff changes. Pay attention to your relief limits and your number of guys in your bullpen. You've only got 20
Great
cards.
reduction.
Pulling guys early can be a problem.
Game only goes 11 innings, right?
Can't go longer than 11. After 11, if it's tied, it's tied. All right, I think it's about 112 degrees in here, so we're gonna have to prop the door a little bit at some point. So, other questions?
How do we rotate after this game? Does the home team rotate or the visitor home rotate?
How do you wanna do it?
Hops ain't moving. I ain't moving.
People don't have to move.
Nobody moved?
You play 9 games against him.
I think home team, I find it to be easier if home team stays, I think.
I'm playing you. I got 66.
That's more than half.
Yes. Yes, team fielding, so, whatever your team is, that's the only column you look at, that's the only thing you worry about, is your whole entire team fielding.
He's our division one.
You Loretta?
Yeah,
Any
we're all-
questions?
Right here.
All right, start your engines and good luck.
First run to the second, I think, for both second for Sonny Jackson, very, very fast. Crash in the corners. Hit by pitch. Guy takes first, but it's dangerous. That doesn't count. So a hit by pitch. Runner on first and third. We're gonna stay. We're gonna leave Bob for on this. But it's the way that the relief team goes to the card after Cash was hit by pitch.
He likes to wear stuff. Oh, stealing and foul. We got 22. Walk.
Nobody out, right?
There's nobody. Running on second for Ed Colorado. Mine is playing it safe.
Top of the order. Yep.
Gomez is fast, weirdly. All right. First and third,
First
two
and
outs.
third, 2 outs. Got to get this out here.
3-2.
We're still ahead.
Lockman. Brown's out. That's all right. I'll take that too.
Yeah, you will definitely. Yep. 2-3, 1-run game.
Then you can replace him. If he doesn't have a grade reduction, he has to pitch at least 5 innings. So I'm gonna pinch hit.
Nice. Love the comeback.
No.
I'm so sorry.
35.
At this tournament, hugs are free. Just remember that.
Bases loaded. Nobody out. Do we go for the kill? Do we go for the kill? Do we bring them in? Do we bring them in? It's time. Scores unless he's slow. He's fast. A single. Run scores. Yes, it did. 41. He's a 24. 24 is a double play. Fast score.
You got
Here's Rocky.
Fans of the nose. When you said that. He tried. He's got a 0 there? No. 21.
Nice. Roll them.
Change up the dice. 18-100.
Mojo. Juju.
14. That's the latest in the lead on 5.
Yeah, Bob.
And I called him Bill Terry, yeah. Okay, so BZ, yeah.
All right, I got first and second.
Well, I'm glad that you go back there. I would have gone back to
Strike three, Brock.
First and second.
Very nice.
Annual outdoor game.
Yes. Beautiful day.
Every other game in a dome. This one
52 degrees.
outside.
Maybe 53. Could be 51.
Stone Pony, baby.
9.
See?
Ah, that's some managing right there.
They're
doing
not.
nothing.
They're doing nothing.
All
right, so a couple things are going to happen here.
Oh my goodness. All right.
We have new first baseman, so I can keep myself a one fielding.
Okay.
So replace Wirtz and bat in that spot is goes 2-3. And my pitcher will get off from a 2-1.
Okay.
And what coming up is Gonzalez and Friends.
Gonzalez, the Tiller, and Boyer, and the Spike.
Fly to right.
You're grade A. Are you kidding me?
7, they just roll up and fly out the right field. Small favors. Mr. Logan. Boone Logan?
Johnny Howe. 53 is a 20. That's an E4.
After the lunch break, like getting decided.
We have DiMaggio.
Yeah, I
Who hasn't done much for me today. Now we did this.
Huge box.
Take another one.
Let's take some more.
You want to sit perplexing for
You might have had, Gary Coleman always drew a walk.
Johnson. 63 is a 31. That's it.
That's gonna stop the bleeding.
Bunch. 3 runs.
You don't need to see me.
Oh, yeah, it's good. It's good.
No, he wouldn't have lasted this long.
This is the
Some
ninth.
tendon of some kind.
Top of 9 we go, and it's a 5-5. I was a 5-5.
5-3, top of 9, baby. Here we go. Buckle up, Buttercup.
This way you need Jerry to tear
You
some.
could have men on base. We have a guy on base right
Dusty
now.
Rhodes.
Yeah.
Right now, is the rule it has to be 1 out to bring in a relief pitcher? And
Oh, for the,
increase the.
yes, in
Yeah.
the middle of an inning, correct.
All right, but
So now you can, yeah.
now I
There's a
can,
guy on
okay,
base,
right.
yeah.
Ferrick is on.
If it's the batter, right? Yeah.
As long as he doesn't start, right? Is that the rule?
Right,
No, he came in
He
the
has
middle
to
of an
face the
inning. In
same-
the middle of an
There's no
inning,
out,
but he
yeah.
could,
so Reynolds comes in.
as long as it's what?
The wheels are
opposite
turning.
pitch.
Chief!
Is that Frank
So what's the
Reynolds?
rule on that?
Reynolds is a C.
It's-
I give him a boost
Regardless?
He's a
as
B
long
to
as
the
there's
first
one
batter.
hitter. Doesn't have to be an out, as long as one
But it
hitter.
doesn't matter if it's lefty,
to the
lefty,
first
righty,
batter.
righty, lefty, righty.
Oh, it matters to me,
Oh, yeah.
yeah. You gotta have a platoon advantage.
So
Sure.
is it a platoon advantage?
Pardon
You
me?
have to have a platoon advantage where it's like lefty, righty, or righty, lefty for the increase.
Oh, you do? I thought it was if you.
Reynolds
face
is
the
a
same.
righty. Is the batter a righty?
It's the same side, isn't
I
it?
thought it's for the same side.
Or say, you got
Like righty versus righty.
You're up.
Hodges,
So your batter is what?
Yeah.
So,
batter,
yeah.
you're
You get the
lefty.
boost.
So Reynolds gets
So
the
he
boost.
What is he, a C normally?
Righty, and what's
Yeah.
your pitcher?
Is a righty.
Righty.
So one
So he
batter.
gets a letter.
And what's the pitcher's grade? I saw him walk out there.
He's a
He
C,
stamped it
but
in.
he's
Right,
He
yeah,
a B
he's
for the
sick on
first
it.
batter.
Earl
You're
Weaver.
up.
Correcto. Exactamundo.
Snyder walked.
Exactamundo.
14, that's another.
Really?
Yeah.
Does he have any left?
Put him on first and second.
Is it just a straight C or? Yes. Okay.
Who's up next?
We might
Oh,
go
wow.
to extra.
Ferrilla?
Oh, man.
First and
Yep.
second.
Ferrilla.
Nobody
Ferrilla.
out.
Ferrilla's
Carl Ferrillo.
All right, hold on.
Although I'll tell you right now, he's a double play candidate too.
Uh-oh.
That's the word on the street.
Reynolds is down, Ford comes in.
That former.
The rookie.
Former new.
The rookie.
Chairman.
Straight C.
And what's he throw?
Is that Debbie Reynolds?
Lefty, he doesn't get the
He's
boost.
left.
Frillo's a righty.
I didn't know Debbie
Is he a
Reynolds
lefty
was
as well?
a right-hander.
Right.
He's a righty, but he threw
So
that
there is
squeegee.
no advantage.
Correcto.
Screwball, look out. He's a
Exactamundo.
First and second?
No.
He's a.
Exacto.
First batter.
No, because it's.
You don't have a platoon.
Mundo.
Now emphasize the third syllable.
What?
Exacto.
Can you explain to them about it has to be a platoon advantage?
Yeah, you gotta have the platoon edge. So if Whitey comes in, he only gets the boost if he's facing a left-handed batter, like,
Duke.
okay.
Frillo's a right-handed
Go.
batter, too. Okay,
He's a C.
all right, so.
The rookie.
First and
Hey,
second.
just let him load that ball
Right,
up. You wanna hit
little belt
down
buckle.
on the ground.
Whitey the rookie.
Stuff it on the belt buckle like
Here we
Whitey.
go.
Yeah.
25, that's a 8.
An
Ooh.
8.
Ooh.
That's gonna be a trouble.
Brothers advance one base.
Single score.
You got anybody that's a tank on the base?
One
Oh,
scores,
wait,
the
you gotta
other.
see that. You gotta see single or short, one
He's a
score.
C.
It's exciting now.
Okay. So Snyder scores. Burrow gets a single. Where's he go? Other to second, so he goes
Huh.
second.
That brown streak down Whitey's trousers is not from sliding, my friends.
First and second.
Not from sliding.
Question I brought up later, wasn't it?
Ambrose.
I think that was one question I brought up later.
Yeah,
Yeah, but I think that's the actual.
25
End
is
of the
double play.
game that he has to face the
One
same.
runner to third, other out of second.
No, 2
That's
outs.
how we always.
Two outs.
So that's
Push is coming to shove. It's a Pier 6 Donnybrook.
Thanks, Jack Burkhouse.
A Fracas.
Is that, did he actually say
Yeah,
that?
he used to
Third,
say,
two
"The
outs,
Pearson,
now."
Donnybrook, they charge.
Hold
them
on a
out."
second.
I don't think he's ever been in the league.
Captain Rose.
Pier 6 Donnybrook?
Donnybrook.
Now,
He used to play for the Angels, Donnybrook.
I'm not sure. Jack Rickhouse knew where Pier 6 was.
that's right.
Yeah.
Mets.
So you would need to
Avenue.
have a right-handed.
Yeah, he'll be wrong.
You'll be there, you
The
go,
only-
Bab.
The only guy I got left that I would throw is a, so go ahead, here it is.
Here we go, baby. This is for all the
Seven
marbles.
more games.
Right, best of 11.
Strike one. Oh.
Wake the neighbors, phone the kids.
Some people will play that if he's
He's left-handed.
35.
What is that? 36, I think.
36.
Then he just goes with whatever he's got. Whatever he's got left.
What are you guys doing?
Wow, who's that running?
You gotta get bigger mitts.
Ties it up, right?
Ties it
Run
up.
on the wild pitch.
up on a wild pitch. He's
Wild
nervous.
pitch
You can tell he's
action.
nervous out there.
It's the brown streak down his leg, my
That's almost as
friends.
bad as
So.
2 outs in the ninth and you're up
So,
1 and you
Runner on second.
tie it up with a hit by pitch.
Runner in second.
That's what happened to me
Walk off.
against somebody.
Playing
That guy
St.
couldn't
Louis
walk off.
Browns now.
56
Yeah, he moved up
Dodgers, are they
on
gonna
the
finish
wild
the
pitch.
deal? That's the question on America's mind.
Bases are empty now.
Or at least
No, there's a runner on second.
I'll run
Hale's corners.
Yeah, like,
What is it right now?
one of those two.
tie game.
23
Oh.
is a 26.
That's gonna
Uh,
end the inning.
That's a 43. Woo! You son of a gun. All right,
So
you have to hold on a second, I have to make the necessary.
Time is called.
Right.
Rain delay.
So he can use his third starter,
That's Mike
who's
Hargrove.
he hasn't used.
Yeah.
He can use any one of
Talk
his
about a guy who
bullpen
can get
guys.
days.
Yeah, you're right.
A lot of tension.
Yeah,
Hush
pitchers,
follows,
pitchers
falls
leading
upon
off,
epimetics.
What do you forward up?
which is,
Maybe.
German.
9?
Hush falls on Elliott, man.
huh?
On Elliott
Ford
Maddox.
is, Ford is done.
I'll hit Gary Maddox, sorry.
So how many pitchers do you still have left?
I've got one C pitcher left.
Okay.
Don't you worry about it.
I'm not worried
Not
about
He's
talking
got
to you,
some
I'm talking to
Ds.
Pops. Don't you worry about it. I got pitchers, don't worry
Don't
about
worry
it.
about my bullpen.
I'm worried.
it. All right,
I ain't worried about my bullpen, don't you worry about my
I'm
bullpen.
worried about
That's
your
the-
bullpen.
What about your own bullpen?
That's why you didn't.
1950 Yankees, 19.
I never heard
56
Who's that?
Dodgers.
How many games did we
Mapes is
Nine.
How many times has there been?
Oh, yeah,
something
my
about
year
two
about
teams,
them
Kirk?
is
It's like the
Apple
Celtics and
Legends
Lakers.
started.
That's true.
And one time.
So true.
Oh,
Well, that's right, you
Tournament. This is how legends
Side
are
on your
made.
field,
Five, I
green-
think.
Green could
So he
somehow
goes
fix
eight.
it.
This is how legends
So
are made.
true.
No, maybe four.
How many had bastard Ray Euler get?
Too many.
I mean, he got a very few.
You would put him in against
the
me.
set
Yeah,
comes in.
defensively
Yeah.
late in the game.
Smoking
After,
is a
after,
guard.
after
The
Mickey
advantage on
Stanley
now.
booted a couple.
Yeah. Well,
He
no.
died of lung cancer.
Okay.
Did he?
Yep. Heavy smoker.
A lot of
Heavy
players
duty.
Who's that?
smoking
Oiler.
it out.
I'm on the ninth, here we go. Mapes.
Cliff.
61 is a 24, 6 to.
Are we heading
Could have been a good one.
to extra frames?
Zudo do up now?
Then again, we may not.
That's the question on
Get
America's
the
Mind.
Maggio.
Yeah.
Call
Rizzuto,
Miss Cleo the psychic to find out how this
36
is
is a
gonna turn out.
14.
You got the running?
One out walk.
All they need is a gapper, my friends. All they need is a gapper.
I've heard Washington, that he's gonna go run. He'll get picked up by Mike Marshall.
Hippity hop here.
41.
41
Oh, that's
is a double play.
What? Hi.
Hippity hop hasn't hit a gapper since
That's a very
T-ball.
anticlimactic double.
4 to 6 to 3 double.
That's
play.
rally.
You wouldn't get
That's
anything.
rally killing
All the
and
rabbits
soul
were-
They
crushing.
call, like,
No.
all nine of your fielders collide into
Went
each
to a
other.
restaurant on the move, had great food.
And then
but
one that has an
not
arm
much
left throws
atmosphere.
it over the first baseman.
Something like
It's
that.
not even there.
I ran extras.
Or like
10th inning.
it hits the runner. It hits the glove and bounces up, and like the
It's the
next
10th
guy
inning
bounces out.
show
Like
with
five
Jack
guys.
Woodhouse.
It's like a five.
Okay,
guy
if we're
assist
tied after
flyout.
11,
A friend of mine was
then
playing
I'm cutting the
over a
cards
30
in
hard
half.
volley. His base is loaded, and the backstop's not too far away. The
did
guy
hear
throws a
that?
wild pitch and it just
I
bounces
don't
around.
think so.
and
Burn
just
is
throwing
coming
each
in
other
the
the
pitch.
entire-
It's a C,
the all
Y,
runners scored.
W.
There you go.
A wild pitch.
Tommy Sturdivant.
I was trying to tell
Guy
him
owes
there's a
me
Sturtevant,
20 bucks.
Wisconsin, right? Isn't that far
Sturtevant's right next door.
Yeah.
Literally right next
Oh,
door.
going extra innings.
Sturtevant, fun fact, is where my nearest Walmart is.
We're going into OT, folks.
10th inning, baby. Pier 6, Donnybrook.
This is the Wisconsin tournament. People want Wisconsin facts. Sturtevant is in Racine County.
Reese
It
up.
is.
How about using her sausage? Yes or no?
54.
I'm a fan when it's on
Me
sale.
too. And they have that store,
Fly out to
or
right
that
field.
restaurant next to
And
Mater's.
then Magley.
Yes, I've never
You
been.
took him out.
Never
put
been
in-
there. They tell me it's nice.
Yes.
Now what are you gonna do?
Never been to Spain.
You're gonna leave him in?
Leaving mate, leaving.
He found a horse and he's gonna ride it, baby.
Fly out to center field.
Hey. You roll it.
And then Gilliam, who's been
Really
Willie
long.
Shoemaker all day long.
Who you had on
As a
no.
walk.
Oh boy. It's a gapper.
It's a
It's
good-
a gapper.
Is it or is it?
Is it a 7 instead?
23, 29.
No,
Oh,
second
wait,
count.
that's right.
Second count 29. That's terrible.
That's way out of
And the
here.
misprint comes to the forefront.
Yeah, who printed these cards?
But because it's in the second column,
That
it
sounds
can't
like
be
a
an
double.
L.
It's written in pencil.
23 sounds like a 6 to me. If I was
Could be a 7.
It's a 6.
That score the run?
No,
No,
that
it's
was a
run
one
out
out,
second.
bases empty double.
No, it's 2 outs. It's 2 outs.
2
out, 2 out.
42 is a 14.
Why not?
First and
Bases are
second.
dripping. Bases
They got force
are
at any base
dripping.
now.
It's
That's
like waiting
good
for the
coaching.
Florida.
Not at
10
home.
walks and
Duke
Duke.
Snyder.
All the Duke.
He's okay.
Duke. Duke of Earl.
Florida flat push.
12, 25.
Oh, man.
Rally killing,
So since
soul
there are 2 outs, if it's a
crushing.
double play, does the 1 out carry over to the next?
That would be nice.
I would take 4-3 as the honorary Jason.
All right,
Jason
any old
Hayward
kind of a
award.
run is gonna win it for the 1950 Yankees.
Jason.
33. It's a 5.
Lead off double.
Maryland waves to him from the stands. Hope he's not distracted.
She's distracted.
The barrel.
We're on camera, I can't say.
Who hit it?
Barrow.
The 1950 Yankees win it all.
Lawrence.
1950 Yogi Berra with the winning RBI.
And with that, we crowned our 2023 Wisconsin APBA baseball tournament champion, the 1950 Yankees, managed by Bob Winiger. Now, in 2024, my plan is to have two tournaments, one in either April or May, and those weekends are filling up fast with other tournaments in the area. But I'm looking at a Saturday in April or May, and hopefully it won't be snowing. But it is Milwaukee, so you never really know. I remember, and like you care about this, but I was 7 years old and really looking forward to the 1973 Brewer opening day, and we got 13 inches of snow. 13 inches of snow in April. Now that doesn't really happen much anymore because the weather's kind of changed, but still, it can happen. So we're looking at a April-May tournament, and that will be focused on the decade of the 1970s, and that's why the prize is connected to the 1970s. Then I'm looking at a fall tournament for 2024, and that would involve a team or teams from 2000 to the present. I like having windows, and I've got some thoughts about why I like that I'll share with you in a future video. But for now, congratulations to Bob and Phil, and thank you to everybody that came to the 2023 Wisconsin APBA baseball tournament. It was a wonderful day. It's the biggest Wisconsin tournament we've ever had. I had a lot of fun. I hope everybody did. Thank you, thank you, thank you, and thank you for watching this video. If you'd like to get involved and stay up to date with Wisconsin tournament action, send me an email at bergland.kurt@yahoo.com. And I will put my email in the description for this video. Also, in this video description will be a link to channel membership. And of course, with channel membership, you get access to members-only exclusive videos, a free gift from me every month, and I'll remember. You think I'm forgetting, but I'm not. Special videos that I create every month, and lots more. It's an incredible value. So, and discounts on the secondary store. That was the other thing. So you get a great value for your money, and that is in the description for this video. But to stay in tune with what's happening with 2024 Wisconsin tournament, send me an email and I'll add you to our list. Thank you so much, and thanks again, and congratulations to our winners, and thanks to all the participants. Have a great evening. So long, everybody.